Hi, I'm MacWilliams and I'm running for VP MCS at QMU.
So for students who may be unfamiliar with the role, can you explain what your role is and what you'll be doing if you are voted?
So I'm going to be in charge of the membership clubs and societies, so just making sure that everything runs smoothly for them, ensuring that everybody's happy within the building. It's a lot of room bookings and things like that, so kind of a bit more on the computer side of things. But yeah, just generally being a face around the building and trying to make sure that everybody's content.
Cool. So you said in your manifesto that you're a QMU Freshers Helper this year and you describe yourself as an avid member of the social and events committees at QMU. On those committees, what would you say has been your biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement? Well, at the minute we're working on St Patrick's Day for QMU, and there's a couple of games that we've come up with and coined, so there's been a lot of work going into that, working on £3 Guinnesses. So
can you go into detail those games at all, or is that classified at the moment?
I guess it's not really classified, but it's like draw the border on Ireland, things like that. Just, yeah, things that are good crack. I don't want to give it all away. So.
Cool, no problem. So one of your key pledges, I noticed one of the first things you pointed out in your manifesto, is to better support the life members at the QMU. So basically like former students who no longer attend University of Glasgow. Could you maybe tell students why life members are important to the QMU and how you'll help build a better relationship between life members and current members? Given that some students may think that going too far to help life members or current members might, I don't know, come across as about you're focusing on too much on students that aren't there as opposed to ones who are there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not my intention at all.
Yeah.
But I think one of the main things that's come out of the QMU this year so far in our past EGMs is that the life member voice is not being heard as well as they would like it to be. And, you know, if I'm in charge of all members, then I want to make sure that all of them feel equally heard within the building. And if there is an issue that's arising, then I want to be able to address it without any member feeling like they're not being advocated. So, yeah, I think there is a strong response by the life members to be heard within the building more, and I'd like to cater to that.
So you also plan to hold regular office hours and basically to allow any member, club or society to come to you with any inquiries you may have. And do you have any idea how many hours you'll have and when these will be? And do you think your degree alongside your role as VP will allow you enough free time to do this?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously it's a trial and error situation. I'm not going to claim to be a Wonder Woman and do everything, but I know that being present in the building and being able to be seen and spoken to is a very important part of any role within the board. And I think that I am an art student, so my hours are quite low contact, so I have the freedom to be able to do that. And I did do a lot of other volunteering work this year that I would give up to try and give more time to the QMU. So that would be my intention, obviously. Yeah.
Good. So you say you want to make all QMU affiliated clubs and societies a priority when it comes to the QMU and want them to feel respected. Do you feel that this isn't the case currently, and that if it could be done better at all, or?
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, in the QMU at the minute there was an issue where Mitchell decided to resign, which is totally fair. That's his prerogative, but that does mean that the members probably feel that they haven't got that person to go to as well. So I think that while it may seem quite a mundane thing to do, it is something that we need to bring back and introduce with a strong face. So that would be my intention behind that. Not to say that it's not there at the minute, because definitely Courtney and the rest of the board have been trying their best to maintain relationships with all the members' clubs and societies, but you know, having one clean person to go to is obviously more succinct.
Cool. So you point out how Freshers Week is important for showing off the QMU and how it meets students' needs. How would you promote each QMU committee, and would you like to see any more new committees created at the QMU?
Yeah, you know, of course, if there is like a mandate for another committee, then that's something that we should definitely look into. But I think during Freshers Week, QMU is always really busy, and there's just missed opportunities through that. From being a Freshers Helper this year, and that was how I got into the committees, but that was just through knowing the conveners. And I think there's definitely a lot of people, especially for events and social and things like that, who are being missed. And to do that, I'd say probably more during the daytime events if possible. You know, a lot of people come in for tours of the building and things like that, and that would be a really good time to try and, you know, pump up the QMU.
Okay. So you just said there, the QMU generally is a good turnout for Freshers Week, but often it doesn't contain much excitement from the on after compared to say like the GAU, for example. And did you have any other plans to possibly change this to generate more events for the QMU?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know student engagement is low for the QMU, but I think a lot of that probably depends on how you look at it as well. I know within events at the minute, because there's a lot more freedom with our schedule than there would be at GEU, there's room to be more creative and come up with different ideas and start new initiatives. So like, there's room to play with and you can be creative with it, and I think that that is something that we should be promoting a lot more, and that can increase student engagement. Like, I know Lachlan and Rory came up with the idea of doing live music on Friday nights instead of doing a club night, because obviously that just wasn't working. And yeah, I think there's good ideas like that coming out of the QMU at the minute, and it's a space to try new things, and that's just not really promoted as much as it should be, I think.
Cool. So would you look to better utilise the space of the QMU, such as like better use of like the food factory or the cafe?
Yeah, well, I know at the minute the food factory is being used mainly as a study space, and it's got the pool tables and things in it, and that's definitely spaces that could be used. So I'd like to think that there are some ideas coming through on how to do that, but I mean, if anybody has any, please come and speak to me. I'll try my best to sort it out, but yeah.
Cool, and finally, is there anything else you'd like to say to students regarding your campaign and why they should vote for you?
Why would you not vote for me? I think, well, I would hope that people would understand that I'm quite a trustworthy person, and that I'm always going to have the membership, the clubs and societies' best interests at heart, and I do my best to try and advocate the QMU as much as possible. So, you know, it's a great place and it's been very good to me, so I'd like the opportunity to be able to make it a better place for everybody else.